for the best core strengthening exercises, so best abdominal exercises, I guess would be another way to put it.
We do one at Power Train. We do many, honestly, but I really like a seated band crunch. So the band's gonna be up high behind me. You could even do a floor band crunch. It's just from a high, you're pulling it down, so it's really, you're having to engage. And we do something called Kreiders. It's 60 reps in them, and I feel like I have a darn near six pack by the end of it. But
my answer would be as long as it's fitting your goals, right? So if you want to do a seated band crunch, do a seated band crunch. So we're getting flexion, right? I think some of us could really benefit from extension. So we have like a GHD sit up or an ab mat sit up. Or I'm just doing, what's the dumbbell overhead floor crunch?
Oh, accentuate.
Yeah, so again, I want to kind of close myself down, and I also want to open myself up. Same thing, if I'm gonna close down and open up, I should probably go side to side. If I'm gonna go side to side, I should probably get some rotation. If I'm gonna get some rotation, I should probably learn to be static. The beauty of core exercises, in my opinion, is that there's just so many. It's not a very high order of complexity. And so you can kind of rotate them in and out as much as you want. And now one caveat is don't think you have to do direct core training. If you're doing a great plan that has squats, deadlifts, if you're an Olympic weightlifter, if you're doing any type of sprinting, any type of compound movement, your core is going to be getting stronger. We call them core to extremity movements for a reason. Now, I'll go back to you. Mm-hmm. Don't fall victim to coaches telling you that any type of direct core training is stupid. That has been the latest trend. Is why on earth would you go and do dumbbell side bends if you're already doing some type of landmine rotation or a back squat or a deadlift, whatever, right? We hear sort of this functional fitness movement, right? And a side bend isn't functional. First and foremost, like, what is functional? Second of all, even if it's not, who cares, right? If I want thick and juicy obliques, I'm gonna do my side bends. Stop falling victim to these you have to do and you shouldn't do types of mentalities with coaches.
Yeah. And something that I've been learning myself is on the opposite end, because I feel like I've been very direct, but then, offset movements. So like, let's say that I'm squatting down like a single dumbbell, heavier, but it's gonna have to engage my left side, because if I'm just right heavy, like in order to pull that thing up, I have to use my left side. So there are so many different avenues of doing core, and not just direct, but also outside of just your everyday abdominal exercises.
I would say, so I didn't even answer like what are my favorite.
Yeah.
Right? My favorite would be, so for many of us, I'm gonna try to, I'm not going to have any acronyms, but I'm going to try to sound as smart as Thomas, not using acronyms. My favorite type of core training would actually be teaching the individual how to move in different positions from about hip to ribs. And so I think for a lot of us, we don't know how to fully inhale or fully exhale. I think for a lot of us, we don't know how to let our ribs move in positions that they should move. I'll give a great example is let's do the dead bug, right? And so a person will take their hands and will go up overhead. And now instead of actually being a core exercise, this is a lat exercise, right? Why is it a lat exercise? It's because I flared out through here, right? And this is what I look like. And a lot of humans would really benefit from learning how to close down to keep their core compressed. And when they're in that position, to learn to breathe. So I really love like low end on the floor, whether prone or supine position, learning to breathe, learning to stay stable. I'm pushing into something to cause that tension. I think that there should be very, very low end drills like that sprinkled through everyone's programming from the very young all the way through geriatrics.
Is that what so you're doing with the 45?
Pressing the 45, handoff. Yeah, absolutely. So that's all just learning how to breathe. See, right?
I'm learning.
Just learning. So yeah, those are my favorite types.